Hi guys, it's Becky Bamboo. Today is what? Thursday, October 15th of 2015. I know, I have been MIA for the last couple weeks, and it's been a rough couple weeks for me. I want to talk about what all's been going on. So, first of all, let me talk about my weigh-ins. So my weigh-ins have been non-eventful the last 2 weeks that I've missed. I have been maintaining at 232, which is what I was 3 weeks ago. So, in that regard, things are okay that I am maintaining that 18 pounds off, but I'm not nearly as far as I'd like to be at this point. 3 weeks ago, I had to start attending physical therapy for my injury, and it has been extremely trying. In addition, my husband and I had to make that decision to reduce the amount of hours that our kids were in the daycare. Daycare is unbelievably expensive, and for those of you who are not aware, it's a wonder that we can even afford what we can afford with it. Our kids now go 3 days a week, and it's $320 a week. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for childcare. It's a necessity when you have 2 working parents, and right now, about 3 days a week is all that we can really cut them down to. Because when I go back to work, that's what I work. I work 3 days a week, so I got to keep them in those 3 days as long as we can, in hopes that I get back to work one of these days. So I have physical therapy 3 days a week, and I have my kids the other 2. So I do not have a single day to really rest. And it's taking its toll on my body with this injury. Physical therapy has been a progressive... I've been getting progressively worse. I've had progressively more pain each week. And the last 5 treatments for me have been the worst. I have now reached a point where the numbness and the pain in my right leg is back full force. So even anytime I go from sitting to standing, standing to sitting, lean over the sink to brush my teeth, wash my face, some very simple things, take a shower, are extremely challenging. All of these things are so challenging. And it makes me feel a lot like I did when I was over 400 pounds. I felt trapped inside my body, and that's exactly how I feel right now. I just feel trapped. The pain is just relentless. The doctor I saw, the surgeon who has sent me to therapy and recommended surgery, has taken me off all of my narcotic medications. So I have Tylenol is all that I have for pain management, and it is killing me. I take Tylenol every 4 hours, and I cannot tell you that it gives me any relief whatsoever. It doesn't take the edge off. I just hurt all day, every day, all night, every night. It's nonstop. There are days that it's a little less hurt, and there are days that it's a little more hurt. But I hurt just all the time, and there's only so long you can do this before you kind of go, something has to give. So I completed my 10th therapy session today. Yesterday was the peak for me. Yesterday was the point of, I cried all day. I cried through my whole session, and therapy's extremely painful. Every time it's painful. But you fight through it and you move on. And yesterday was a day I just couldn't do it no more. I just cried, and I think it kind of finally gave the therapist perspective on, oh, well, you really are hurting. I think they believe that if you tell them your pain's 8 out of 10, that you should be in tears, but I'm not in tears until I'm at a 10 or more. So, it's frustrating. So yesterday, she finally decided to call the doctor and say, do you want us to continue this therapy? Because it doesn't seem like we're really making any progress. If anything, we're maybe going the other direction. And, of course, he's out of town for the rest of the week, so we won't know anything till sometime next week. So I'll probably get a whole nother weekend before we even know anything. But, you know, I try every day. I get up and I try to do my hair and put on some makeup for the sake of my children. I know that this is affecting them, at least for my oldest. I don't think the infant obviously probably doesn't, she don't care. But for my son, it's important to me. I want him to not, as much as I can, I want to hide it from him. I don't want him to see how unbelievably painful and uncomfortable I am. So, you know, it's been frustrating. It's been really frustrating, and and all I can do is just keep going and keep trying. And I don't follow up with the doctor until November, mid-November, so a whole nother month. I called yesterday, after the therapist called, to try to see if I could get an earlier appointment time with him. I thought, you know, if they could move me up a couple of weeks, it's better than waiting another 4 to get in to see him. But, you know, when you deal with work comp, everything is slow, and you kind of just have to go with what the flow is, and the flow is just, it takes forever to get anything accomplished. So, I'm not holding out much hope on that, and I'm not holding out much hope on, you know, them deciding that therapy did me any good and that I can go back to work. I fully expect him to say, you know, you need to have this surgery, and what I need to have done is a spinal fusion, and it's going to be going in from my back and in through my belly, all the way through, put hardware on both sides of my spine, and it's a really invasive, big ordeal. And, you know, if it means that I could have no pain, even for 5 years, if I could get 5 years of no pain, I would do it in a heartbeat. And that's what he tells me. He tells me that he can fix it and make me not have pain anymore. I'll never be perfect, but I'm not perfect now. So, you know, it's kind of like, whatever. So that's kind of where I'm at. Physical therapy wise, what do we do? I've done all kinds of shit. I've done everything from squats to wall push-ups to arm work to lots and lots and lots of ab work. Heat, ice, massage, TENS unit therapy, even taping. Let me show you guys my back right now. This is the newest rage that we're doing, and it's, I think it's stupid, but, so they tape my back up, and, the idea is, it's called compression tape, and, the idea is that, it makes you aware of your movement and promotes appropriate body mechanics is really what it does. And in that regard, it does, you know, initially the physical therapist was like, well, this will stabilize your spine and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, it's not going to stabilize my spine from the outside of my skin. And she kind of, I think the deal is, you know, I'm in healthcare, so you're not going to, like, pull the wool over my eyes. If something sounds stupid, I'm going to call you out on it. And so that just sounded stupid to me. So then she's like, well, really, it's just more about body mechanics, and it reminds you, like, you'll feel the pull if you do something wrong so that you can correct it. And that I can agree with, not the stabilization. No, not from my skin, it's not. So anyway, it's just been, you know, it's all a battle. It's always a battle. Everything's a battle right now in my life. So I haven't been doing videos because, to be honest, I have felt like total shit between dealing with all of this therapy stuff. I come home from physical therapy and I'm wiped out. I'm there an hour and I feel like I have spent 3 hours at the gym, and that sounds crazy, I know, but it's really a workout when you're in a lot of pain. So I come home and I crash for the rest of the day until about 5:30 or 6 when my kids come home and I have to be a mom and get dinner on the table and baths done and bedtime stories read, and then I can finally go to bed for the day. I focus every day, every morning I get up and I focus on what do I have to do today to get me through till tomorrow. That is no way to live at 35. My birthday's next week on Tuesday. You know, my wedding anniversary is Saturday. I'm just not looking forward to either one of them. I just am not in a celebratory mood. I don't really care much about anything right now other than getting through today into tomorrow. And so I've had to call my parents, and I was going to take my kids to their house this weekend just to go somewhere where I could have some help. My husband's not really been all that supportive of everything that I'm going through, which is also a frustration and causes me a lot of emotional grief. So I thought this weekend I would just take my kids up there, but you know, God bless my dad. He's very protective of me, and you know, he called me and said, you don't have any reason to be driving two small kids by yourself with the pain that you have. He said, I would worry about you getting here and getting home, and I don't want to do that, so just let us come to you and help. So my parents are coming tomorrow to help with my kids, because I have them all day tomorrow, and I'm just so appreciative. It is very humbling. It is a very humbling experience to have to call your parents and ask for help taking care of your kids. It's really been humbling to me. My mom will be here to help get groceries bought and do laundry and clean my house more than likely. And I'm just so grateful, because I'm so hurting right now that the thought of cleaning my house and having to do all this stuff is just overwhelming. It's just, I just think, how am I going to do this? So I'm really, really glad to have folks as supportive as I have, and understanding that, you know, this is not my norm. This is not me. You know, for the last 5 years, I've been, you know, this person that I've always wanted to be, and positive spirited and hardworking, and to be taken out of that and put into a physical state where I can't do anything without pain and without trial and tribulation and stress has been a whirlwind for me. So I definitely had a lot of my life taken away from me right now, and I'm really ready to get it back. You know, if I have to go through a 6-hour, you know, spinal fusion surgery to make it happen, then by all means do what you have to do to get this pain out of me. I want to go back to my life. I want to get back to feeling healthy again in all aspects, not just eating or, you know, physical or whatever. I want to just be healthy all around. So, so yeah, I've got a lot of things going on. Plus, I've had 2 sick kids. Of course, my kids are always sick, one of them or the other. My son's just got really bad allergies that are flared up right now, but my daughter's been fighting a double ear infection. Her eyes were infected, so we're on our 2nd round of antibiotics with her. So that's why, all of this is why I haven't been making very many videos, or any videos. It's been just one thing after another and overwhelming. So, you know, just know I'm here. I'm trying to grind through the best that I can. I'm not recording what I'm eating or drinking or not. I'm trying to stay mindful of my portions and just mindful of what I'm eating. But I'm definitely making mistakes, and some of it is emotional eating. Some of it's emotional eating, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, my mission is to get through this and not gain much weight. If I could just hold where I'm at until I can get through this, I'd be okay with that. You know, at least until I can get through the physical therapy. When I get through therapy and I can get back to, you know, my a different routine, let's just say that, a different, you know, just walking on the treadmill is so much easier for me than doing all this physical therapy shit. So if I can get back to that routine, I will feel a lot better about my weight and situations and all that. So, so that's where I'm at. Nothing's really changed all that much, other than my pain is much worse, and I'm in limbo. I stay in limbo. So, I don't know when I'll do another video, but hopefully I'll get you guys one on Monday for my weekly weigh-in. And until then, I hope y'all are doing well, and take care.